Hi, I'm Dave LaRue. Check out my interviews and all the other great interviews that you can find at ForBassPlayersOnly.com.
Dave LaRue. Hey everyone, Jon Liebman here. You're watching ForBassPlayersOnly.com. I'm here with Dave LaRue. It's been a while. Dave, how you doing?
I'm doing great, John. Thanks for having me.
The first interview we did on ForBassPlayersOnly.com was back in 2009. And Hub City Kid album had just come out. You were telling me what was going on there. It's been a few years since then, so bring us up to date with some of the highlights since
Well,
then.
actually, in 2009, what happened was we reissued Hub City Kids with 2 new tunes, and we remastered it. Very pleased with the product. But since that time, well, what's been happening? Still working with Steve Morse. We're here in Kalamazoo, Michigan, doing a gig tonight, opening for Joe Satriani.
We're in Macomb.
Oh, that's right. It was last night. Last night was Kalamazoo. We're in
Mount Clemens.
Mount Clemens, close to Detroit. Okay, we'll edit all that. So that's been great. We've been out for about 4 weeks now doing dates. That's been a lot of fun. Last year, Joe had the Steve Morse Band out to do a G3 tour, which started with Steve Vai and Joe and Steve Morse. And then John Petrucci came on board, so I was playing 2 ends of that triple header there. So that was a lot of fun. We did Europe, we did South America. Hopefully we'll do the U.S. next year. I've been working with my own band, and I'm about to release the follow-up, or finish and release the follow-up to Hub City Kids in the coming year. So I have a great new guitar player from Orlando who I want to throw a heads up to, Bobby Coble. Wonderful player. He joined the band recently. I'm really excited about getting some of the new stuff down and recording it out to all the folks.
Well, that's great. We will certainly watch for that. Do you have a title for that?
I think it's called Fathers, Sons, and Brothers.
Okay.
So it's a little nod to all the male side of the spectrum here.
Okay, we'll let everyone know on For Bass Players Only as soon as that comes
Great,
out.
yes, I'll be sure to let you know.
Other than that, what are you doing when you're not touring with Steve Morse and Joe Satriani and working on solo albums? Not that that's not enough to keep you busy.
Yeah, that keeps me busy, but I also, I still teach down at Bass Central in Orlando when I'm off the road. Yep, I see Beaver. I go in on Saturdays, have a nice clientele there, some great players. It's a lot of fun.
Tell Beaver he owes me a phone call.
I'll do that. He's been really busy. That's a whole nother story, but we'll talk about that another time. And I've also, with Steve, we've been doing a band called Flying Colors. We just started our second album. The live DVD comes out this month, or October. Is it October? It's not October. When you're on the road, I don't know what day it is. I don't know what city I'm in, obviously. But anyway, we've started work on the second Flying Colors record. Like I said, the live DVD comes out in October, and then in December we're getting together to write and begin recording the second studio album. So that'll be out sometime next year. So yeah, and my band's playing around when I'm off the road. So did I mention? Yeah, I do a lot of studio stuff for various artists around. And the great thing now is I can stay home and do it. So that makes it a lot more pleasant. I'm not flying away from my family all the time.
How about big picture stuff, long term? You must have some other dragons that you'd like to slay that you wanted to tackle for a long time.
Well, there's always challenges in the business, but right now, I mean, what I'm really focusing on is I'm trying to write a lot and work on that aspect of my musicianship. I haven't been as prolific as some of these guys. I'm hanging around Joe Satriani and Steve Morse. These guys are incredible writers, and doing the Flying Colors record is an incredible process because we all write together. And you see how prolific guys like Neil Morse, who plays keyboards on that, and Mike Portnoy's there. The ideas fly. It's a great learning process, and I've been trying to use a lot more of that. That's why I'm finally able to finish my record, because I've written a whole bunch of new material for it that I'm very excited about. And a lot of it's due to the influence of those guys.
Tell me about the gear you're using.
Well, on this tour, it's my standard rig. Obviously, the Music Man bongo bass. I've been using that for several years now. I play the 4, 5, and 6, although on this tour it's only the 4-string, and that's equipped with Ernie Ball strings. I use the Ernie Ball volume pedal on my pedal board. My effects rig is the TC Electronics G system with a multi-effects unit, which can act as a controller and individual effect. A great unit. I love the sound of that. My amps, Ampeg SVT4 Pro, and I use two SVT 8x10 cabs for that. And I run first through an EV wireless system, and at the tail end, I mic everything with the EV RE320. You know, I mean, I kind of let things fall where they will. We have the Flying Colors project coming up, and hopefully Steve and I will be doing a new record soon. And I mean, that's the greatest bass gig in the world, so I'm pretty content on that front. There are always other people I'd like to be working with. I'd like to do some projects with. I mean, I've been watching Marco Miniman play every night. I'd love to be in some project with him. Jimmy Herring is a great guitar player who I have not had the pleasure of playing with yet. So there's all those things out there, but you know, I'm pretty content otherwise. I've got enough on my plate right now, and all good projects. I'm very blessed in that regard.
Any more educational stuff? Books, DVDs?
Actually, I just did a shoot for Jamplay right before I left for the tour, jamplay.com, which is an instructional site where they were mainly guitar players, but now they're opening up the bass department. Billy Sheehan did a great series there, and they asked me to do a series. He's basically a tall kind of guy, you know, gangly. You've probably seen him. Yeah, he's amazing. I watched a bunch of his videos to prepare for this thing. He's incredible.
Interviewed him on his 60th birthday a few months ago.
Wow, and that's amazing because he's only 39.
I know.
Like the rest of us. But yeah, so I just did that. So that's the educational thing that I have going right now. The new series with Jamplay, which will probably be out in October or November. I finished right before I left, and they have the editing process to deal with and all that. I haven't seen anything yet, but I've been on the road, so.
Well, we'll see if we can add that to the For Bass Players Only store with your other products.
Okay, that'd be great.
Your books and your instructional DVD.
Yeah.
Dave LaRue, always great catching up. Thanks so much.
My pleasure, John.
Keep
Thanks,
doing what
thanks
you're
for
doing.
stopping by and having us.
We'll keep enjoying it. I'm Jon Liebman. You're watching ForBassPlayersOnly.com.